origin of the phoenix is derived from ancient Egyptian mythology. Legend has it that each phoenix lived for 500 years. With the strength of an eagle and the beauty of a peacock, its feathers shimmered hues of red, gold, purple, and yellow. Emblematic of the rising sun, the phoenix is one of a kind. There are none like it, and only one exists at any given time. After 500 years, the phoenix sets itself ablaze, consumes itself by its flames, then rises from the ashes, a bigger, stronger, more ornate version of itself. To the Egyptians, the phoenix was a symbol of undying hope and eternal strength. Immortal, exclusive, dedicated, brilliant. Derived from the legend of the phoenix, the Firebirds were born on June 16, 1986, at Marine Corps Air Station Futenma on Okinawa, Japan. That year, the 28th Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Paul Kelly, directed a complete reorganization of all aviation ground support elements, causing Marine Air Base squadrons to be transferred to Marine Wing Support Groups. Marine Wing Support Groups were then restructured, with the most significant change being the creation of Marine Wing Support Squadrons across the Marine Corps. In Japan, the Aviation Ground Support reorganization led to the deactivation of Marine Air Base 36, Wing Transportation Squadron 17, and Wing Engineer Squadron 17. Evidently, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, the Firebirds were born. Upon the squadron's activation, MWSS-172 flawlessly rendered aviation ground support to First Mall without skipping a beat. Within just 6 months of inception, the Firebirds deployed as a squadron to the Republic of Korea in support of Exercise Bear Hunt 87. During this exercise, the newly formed squadron's motor transport section drove 322,485 miles and moved 2,068 tons of cargo with no accidents or injuries. The engineers section proved its capabilities by dispensing 184,920 gallons of aircraft fuel, completing 102 construction projects, recording 419 hours of heavy equipment operations, and 1,590 hours of generator usage. This debut exercise proved one thing: the Firebirds had arrived and were here to stay. In 1988, the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Alfred Gray Jr., implemented the Aviation Structure and Manning Refinements Program, directing for a total realignment of MWSS assets within First Mall. As a result, MWSS-174 relocated to Kaneohebe, Hawaii, leaving the Firebirds standing alone as the sole Marine Wing Support Squadron on Okinawa. Since then, MWSS-172 has demonstrated time and time again its strength to pull the weight of the entire First Mall. In 1989, the squadron participated in the Joint Operation Evergreen with the mission to construct a vertical takeoff and landing facility on Aishima Island, which is the only such facility in the Western Pacific. During this exercise, MWSS-172 not only provided the engineering support to construct the facility, but supplied heavy equipment, internal electrical support, water storage and purification, motor transport, medical, and food service support to over 500 personnel for a sustained period of 3 months. Throughout the squadron's history, the Firebirds have remained a premier crisis response force within the Pacific region and around the world. In 1991, when one of the most deadly tropical cyclones ever recorded decimated the Bay of Bengal, causing 138,866 deaths and $1.7 billion of damage, it was the Firebirds who answered the call, providing humanitarian assistance in water purification and generator support for Operation Sea Angel. Just 7 days after their arrival to Bangladesh, the Firebirds were beckoned once again for Operation Fiery Vigil following the deadly volcanic eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Republic of the Philippines. During that operation, the detachment, consisting primarily of heavy equipment and motor transport operators, assisted in the evacuation of over 18,000 U.S. citizens from the USS Loomis onto the province of Cebu. The Firebirds continued in 1992 with a deployment to Somalia in support of Operation Restore Hope amidst the country's civil war. From 1992 to the early 2000s, the Firebirds continued to build their reputation through annual exercises that demonstrated the squadron's aviation ground support capabilities across the Indo-Pacific. From the Kingdom of Thailand, the Firebirds annually participated in Exercise Cobra Gold, where scorpions, oppressive heat, and bamboo vipers provided the backdrop to schoolhouse construction projects, community service, and amphibious landing force exercises with our partners and allies. The squadron annually deployed to Ayashima Island for Operation Jigsaw, conducting maintenance and recertification of the vertical takeoff and landing site and 5,005-foot coral runway. Most notably, in 1996, the Firebirds reconfigured the airstrip on Ayashima, replacing 1,200 feet of AM2 matting on the runway and taxiway, then repainting and rewiring the facility to simulate the deck of an LHA. Later that year, the squadron redeployed to Ayashima to finish the construction of a landing signal officer tower complete with a close-in approach modification lighting system, which was the world's most advanced approach lighting system at that time. Constructed by the Marines of MWSS-172, this state-of-the-art facility enabled groundbreaking training for the pilots of 1st MAW and the 31st MEU. The Firebirds continued to make a name for themselves worldwide, showcasing to the world its unapologetic resolve to be the most capable Marine Wing Support Squadron in the Marine Corps. Beginning in 1999, MWSS-172 relocated from Marine Corps Air Station Fatima to Marine Corps Base Camp Foster, continuing to provide aviation ground support to 1st MAW. Then, in 2001, when our nation was still mourning from the September 11th terrorist attacks, the Firebirds unflinchingly took action, providing air-based ground defense to Marine Corps Air Station Fatima for 4 straight months in Operation Enduring Freedom. The squadron assumed the security force mission on September 17, 2001, dedicating 104 Marines and 2 corpsmen. Then in 2006, the entire squadron deployed for the first time in over 10 years to the Korean Peninsula in support of Exercise Foul Eagle, validating the unit's capability to deploy as a squadron into an austere environment, establish a footprint, and fulfill all AGS functions. This proved necessary in 2008 as the squadron prepared to deploy to Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Over the 7-month deployment, the Firebirds occupied the Al-Anbar province, supporting Al-Assad Air Base, numerous forward operating bases, and several forward arming and refueling points. The squadron maintained a consistently high operational tempo, supporting 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing and Multinational Forces West in the Iraqi Theater of Operations. The Firebirds were relieved in place by MWSS-273 on October 12, 2008.
North Korean missile launch a highly provocative act.
Since Operation Iraqi Freedom, the enemies who threaten our nation have been ever-changing. Yet the Firebirds' relentless pursuit of excellence has remained the same. Through continued humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, continuous aviation ground support on Okinawa, Ayashima, Guam, and mainland Japan, and consistent demonstration of our capabilities to provide base recovery after attack, forward arming and refueling points, airfield damage repair, aircraft salvage and recovery, airfield operations, and forward aviation combat engineering. When the nation calls, the Firebirds answer. We're ready today and tomorrow, standing ready to provide world-class aviation ground support with an undying devotion to our legacy, to the mission, and to each other. Our decisive advantage is our ethos, our character, and the individual Marines who make up our team. Because like a phoenix, symbolizing immortality and perseverance, our strength endures the test of any trial. No matter the climb and place, whether the duty sands of Iraq, the sweltering streets of the Philippines, or where the ice penetrates the peninsula of South Korea, the Firebirds will be there, remaining.
Committed to excellence.
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 Committed to excellence. Committed to excellence.
Committed to excellence.
Committed to excellence.
Committed to excellence.
Committed to excellence.